And we need our own music.
Theme music?
Yeah, theme music.
I'm Bobby Mumley.
And I'm Brenda Dadds.
And we talk with spirits.
Obviously, you're in a group that is interested in this sort of thing. How did you find them, and how did this sort of like coalition, I'll call it, form?
Oh, well, actually, it was founded by me and my twin sister, Brenda. And we just gathered other people around us who are also interested. We're the main ones, though. But we just threw it together because throughout our whole life we actually went and investigated, and we're like, you know what, we need a name. So we just finally threw it out there, and it's mainly just me and her, so we're twins, so that's why it's Twin Spirit Expedition Paranormal.
We do paranormal ghost hunting, or spirit go to talk to spirits. We like to go and help the spirits as well if they need help. We go in respectfully to these spirits.
When I was little, I've always been interested in weird stuff. And but when I was little, I've seen and I was touched by spirits. So I ended up growing up and learning about it. And still to this day, it's all interesting and new every time we go up to investigate, find out what's actually after life.
When younger, had just had little experiences like, oh, we saw ghosts. And at the time, our parents, of course, would say, oh, no, you didn't, it's just your imagination. But it always stuck with us. And we always wanted to find out what's after life with us, with that.
Okay.
We're very spiritual, I guess we could say, with every religion and not just one. We could find all the religions together and be spiritual with everything.
It's weird because sometimes people go through their whole life not even being bothered by spirits. And then there's people that the spirits want to attach to a little bit more. I feel that maybe because I have a little bit of empath, they sense that, the spirits, so they come and they try getting attention from me and asking for the help that they need. So that's why I think they just attract to me because of all that.
So just go through in as much detail as you can, explain what each thing is. Good luck.
Oh, God.
What?
So
Okay,
this
good.
is the typical recorder. Everybody uses it. We use it for communication between spirits. This thing right here is called a spirit portal, and it's part of ITC communication with spirits. It's when you use radio waves on a fast speed, and the spirits can use that white noise energy to communicate back with us. This little guy is just a radio too, just like this, but this helps it sweep through the channels really fast. It's the PSB7 spirit box. Just like this is another form of spirit box called the S box. They're pretty much do the same thing, just more recent, and this one's older. But I prefer the older one better than the new red one. This is just a typical battery pack. You need a lot of batteries when you ghost hunt. Okay, these are two different forms of the EMF readers. This one just goes by light when it touches any kind of electricity. And this is a digital one, so it will show us spikes and energy around and stuff, and if anything is around. That's pretty much it for now. The rest of my stuff's not here, so.
Obviously, when you learned of me being stupid with a Ouija board, that kind of sent red flags through your head.
Okay, so because of you using a board, it opens portals. When a portal is open, they know that they can travel in between the spaces. So that's why they would probably more gather here, because they see that light.
All right, we are here in front of Studio B in Yoakum Hall, part of the PSTV area. If you want to follow me right in, welcome to Studio B. To kind of give some backstory of why we're here today, if you look on the PSTV YouTube page, there's a show called The Other Side. And on The Other Side, there is a lot of spooky spirits, a lot of ghost stuff that goes on. And for one of the shots, myself was part of the cast. Bruce behind the camera was also part of that cast. And basically, we had to play with a Ouija board. And of course, we had to move the stuff around, and we had to, you know, act like spirits were talking for the sake of moving the narrative along. And after one of the shoots, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and everyone was just done and they wanted to head home. So we just put the Ouija board away. We didn't end up doing the formal closing of the portal, as people say. And apparently that can lead to some spooky stuff, as if we keep moving over here, I will tell you. Came back the next day ready to do something else, and a light had fallen right exactly where this table is. And if you know anything about studio lighting, you know that the light bulbs have to be screwed in there, and no one had been here to unscrew said light. So it was kind of a shock to see that it had fallen. The goal of the session today is to find out whether or not it was simply a fluke or if some other external power had something to do with it. And I'm hoping we get some good results.
I feel it's a little cooler now.
Oh, wow.
They're starting to come more now. Are there any children here?
It's cold right here right now.
Yeah.
Very, very cold.
Yeah, it's like a cold.
It's like, it feels like an air conditioner is on right now.
That we're getting blown on. Yeah. Is there a Peggy Facto here?
Baby. Wow.
Yeah, we know about your baby. We were here at Yoakum doing a spirit session with the portal, and our research showed that there was a hanging here on the property over by the Commons building. And there's a woman named Peggy Facto that was the only woman hung in Plattsburgh, and she was hung for murdering her baby, supposedly by strangulation and then throwing the baby into a fireplace. So when we asked about it, we heard a woman say baby. So I don't know. All I know in research by the court documents, she died saying that she was innocent from it. So she's saying she was innocent, they hung her. So we were hoping that we could find out the truth like she would tell us. But some spirits, just like people, will lie about it and say, yeah, I am innocent. And then some will just say, no, I did do it. So we don't know if they lie or not. They're talking, but it's hard to tell today what.
They're talking a lot more.
Mm-hmm. You want me to take the rods out?
Yes.
So these things are rods that you can move back and forth.
How many of you are here right now?
Sounded like 5 almost.
Did it just say my name? It better not have just said my name. Kind of sound. Okay, that's a no.
That's a no.
No, anybody.
You want to try them? Well, we know that Bruce liked the dowsing rods. He thought it was very
interesting.
He was actually amazed, I think, that they actually were moving on their own, and he knew, because when you hold on to those and they move, and you know that you didn't move, then you know that they did move.
Yes.
The first part where you guys let me use the dowsing rods, that definitely helped me believe, because I always used to think like, oh, people are just kind of twisting their hands.
Oh.
But you just sit there and they move, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not moving my hands, so it's not me.
See how, now do you believe?
Yeah.
Because it does not move. You know you didn't move that. Who did that to with the light?
Oh, I just said, are you really, really mad at Aaron?
Yeah. Why are you mad at Aaron?
It wasn't my show. I mean, I don't
It
think-
wasn't just me doing it. There
Aaron,
were
I don't
like
think
3
they can
people.
get any madder at you.
Yeah.
There's another bar in the way.
It wasn't just me though. Can I sit there and talk with them?
Go ahead.
Yeah, come over.
Swap that play.
I'm gonna laugh if nothing happens.
We are gonna settle this. Don't move. Get it.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
He wants me again.
He does.
he has energy.
Yeah, now he's saying yeah. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
Tell Aaron why you're upset with him. Trap me.
You do realize it wasn't just me. It wasn't my show.
Are you upset because I didn't close the board? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 male voices.
Way to go, Aaron.
You guys, the board.
If I bring the board here and close it, will you stop being mad at me? In the moment, it was more funny than anything, but looking back on it, it was kind of cool that whenever I left the room, because they were obviously very mad at me, that's when they would start calming down and start talking. If I leave the room for a few minutes, will you talk more?
Kind of just sound like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Like
that.
a girl saying, yeah.
All right, I'll leave for 5. I'll
what I'm
leave
like.
for 5 minutes. All right, I'll leave for 5 minutes and I'll come back.
He gets kicked out. It's kind of funny.
I mean, he gets to watch it over, so.
5 minutes. And then as soon as I would walk back in, they would, kick back up and start start to get mad again.
What are those called again?
Those are dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods? Mm-hmm. You want me to take the dowsing rods from Aaron?
Take them.
Take them.
Let's try this.
Why are they mad at you?
We'll
and
just
not,
say
like,
what
Faith and
answers,
everyone?
but we don't want to
It
talk.
wasn't just me.
All right, homie, I'm back.
Help me, I'm back.
Do you think it's more likely to be someone from college, or more likely, or is it like possible to be like a family member?
Family member, anything like that.
Usually if they know that you're coming to be able to talk, they come through.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. This is my grandma. That'd be cool.
I think him experiencing that made him a little bit more believer, and then he was able to ask different questions and get the answers that he was looking for. Like he was asking about his grandmother.
Family? That's a woman too.
Yo,
Is it his grandmother?
Sound like yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear up.
And we believe that we actually communicated with her, and he even teared up because he thought, he was really talking to his grandmother. So,
And it could be.
and it could be, yeah. I need to go over that still too.
We're going to have Ben try
Going
now.
from that to a midterm.
Okay. Ben.
What?
I said Ben.
I? Oh.
Oh, I'm talking to him.
Okay.
I hope she does because
Faith is gonna bring it over.
When?
Now.
Right now?
Now.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
always like,
I didn't feel like there was quite so many evilness, but there was
someone was angry.
an angry spirit.
But when that happens, when you do play around with Ouija boards or
yeah,
other things like that, what brings spirits and traps them.
Hey, I'm Bruce.
And I'm Aaron. What's up? Yeah, you're mad at me.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, we played with this a little while ago for a show, and
trapped.
yeah, we kind of didn't close it properly, so we just wanted to close it properly, if that's okay with you.
Just had to apologize.
It did say apologize.
We're
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah.
We didn't mean any ill will. We were just doing a show.
Evil. I said evil.
Oh, God.
Yeah, can we close this? There was the one time where we were talking and we were about to like wrap up for the night, and all you hear was like this deep male voice, and we were all like, All right, time to go now. See you later. Bye. Everyone say bye quick.
Release them.
What do you say?
I don't.
Oh.
It was an angry voice, though.
We release you. You are free.
We release you. We're gonna properly close the board now.
With the Ouija board thing, people need to know not to do it as a game, and if you're going to use it, do it properly and respectfully, and always say goodbye before you leave.
Goodbye.
Fingers on me.
Yeah, you need to say goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We're
Closing it now. How do we close it?
That's it.
Oh.
Even if you get scared, there's some people who get really scared and just get up and run. It's like, no, you just have to make sure you say goodbye, even how scared you are.
And as soon as we closed the board, and I'm sure we all felt it, the air was very heavy, very dead as we were going through all of it. But as soon as we said goodbye on that board, it felt much lighter. Robert. It feels like a cloud got lifted.
It sounded like a Robert.
There is a different energy in here now.
There is.
Yeah, it feels like there's like a lot better energy in here now.
Yeah.
Cause like when we were touching it, Bruce, it felt heavy as all hell right here.
I think we got good stuff. I think we took care of business with closing the board.
Yeah. You got to learn to not open things without closing.
And don't do it if you are not confident enough to understand what it's about.
Yeah.
You can't use that stuff as like toys.
Research, study, learn.
The AB.
Yes.
Afternoon.
So we wanted to go down to Hawkins because we always hear, like, whenever you talk about haunted buildings in Plattsburgh, Hawkins Hall is like the main attraction of sorts because it is probably the oldest building on campus.
It was a school, I think it's called normal
school.
At the time, and it did burn down, and they replaced most of it.
We've heard that people have experienced seeing the janitor that has taken his life there. So we wanted to communicate with him and then just see who else would be sticking around. Turn my shit on already!
Yeah, see that.
Wow, there's a lot of talking in this building. That just went off. And nothing's around it.
You guys can talk with us. Tell us your story. I would like to hear about it.
Whoa.
Have you seen the light and refused to go in?
Oh.
Did someone just walk by?
I don't think so.
I swear I saw
swear
somebody
someone
walk
by.
by.
I swear to God, I saw someone walk by.
Me too.
Wearing like a white or very light colored.
I know one time
uniform.
at first I thought we did catch it, but there was the janitor that did go by. But the thing that happened to us was after the janitor part.
No, there's no one out here.
Somebody saw it? Nobody out there? I saw it too, Brenda, but I thought it was a student, so I didn't say anything. I heard the footsteps, and then kinda, I wanna say a shadow kinda in the background, but that's it. But I can't because the GoPro, with the lighting and stuff, it probably could have been just, weird. So I can't say 100%, but I wish I did.
Yeah,
I wish I could.
I was dating a girl. I brought her in here last year, and she swears that she can see set shadows. And the first time that she was able to see one was in a graveyard when she was like 10 years old. And she came on this floor and she had to stop and sit down because she said that there was so much activity on this floor and so many shadows running around that she had to leave.
Wow.
That's what she said.
We were talking to the janitor. He was saying like how he basically saying like he brought a girlfriend in here like a year ago that claimed to like see like shadows in graveyards at like the age of 10. She had like sit down because she was overwhelmed with the amount of like shadows and activity on this floor when she got brought in. So
Good.
we did a quick mini interview.
Yes, that works.
Yeah, see, that's perfect.
What else could we try?
Did you want to try that? The blindfold thing?
You
We
can.
just show them what they're going to do.
Yeah, you'll be blindfolded and
Yeah.
I'll ask you questions.
What we do is we use a blindfold and headset to hear the voices coming through the spirit box that take away the sight and outside noise and heighten that a little bit better so you can hear.
Is anybody here that wants to talk with us?
Yes?
What's your name?
Bruce?
Are you looking for Bruce? Or is your name Bruce?
Smoke?
Are you talking about this fire? What happened to you?
Oh my God.
What? Tap out. What?
Oh my God.
What?
What were you saying?
Why?
Said something about there's an evil fucking laugh that was in there, dude.
Oh, we gotta have it recorded.
It went heh heh heh. Like an evil laugh though, doing it.
That's nifty. Yeah, we want you guys to try it.
Oh, God. Do you want to right now?
Sure. What do I got to lose? My sanity?
Oh, God.
So, can you speak with our friend right here? Can you tell us who you are again?
No.
Why not? How old are you?
Someone said bitch.
Yeah, sometimes they say that. What was that? I swear to God, I just saw an orb come from back there up
That
to
bright
here.
thing?
Yeah.
That's why I looked back quickly because I thought I saw something.
It is very warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be tapped out if you want. So yeah, they do swear. Some people call you assholes and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Do you want to talk to Ben?
Yes.
Who are you?
I think it said yo mama, but I think that picked up something else.
Yeah, you never know.
Are you the janitor?
Yes.
Do you need help, John?
Yeah.
What do you want us to help you with?
Haven't really been getting much. It's kind of just mixed up
Okay.
words.
We got some good stuff. The janitor said he was here,
Okay.
so he must come and go. And he does need help.
In the basement?
In the basement? Uh-oh. I guess we have to go to the basement.
What do you?
And with that, we made our way down to the first floor, which had a completely different vibe and tone than what we had felt previously on the third floor above. It was quieter, the air was heavier, and at some points during the night, it even felt like there was a darker presence lurking around those halls.
So you told us to come down to the basement. We're down here. What do you need now? Who's the janitor's name?
Is John Blanchard here?
We want to just say sorry that you felt that you had to take your own life. It's really quiet down here today. Well, down here.
I got like super dizzy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I just thought I was holding on to this. I felt like I was gonna fall over.
With you, how you had to sit down. Why you probably felt like that is because they were feeding off your energy, so they come and speak with us or
Yeah.
be around us. Or
People
do
will be
something.
drained of their energy, and they will feel like that. They will have to sit down, or they will pass out, or some people do pass out because their energy is drained so much from them.
Coughing in the background.
I think it's that Aaron.
It's weird because like my chest's been heavy ever since I started back up. That's why I'm sitting. Like my head hurt and my chest was
Uh-oh.
Again, I was thinking back on it. I hadn't eaten that much that day. I was probably a little bit dehydrated. So like, again, there's always gonna be that thought in the back of my head where it's like there has to be a logical reason as to why this is happening.
It's just how they communicate is through any kind of type of energy. I think your guys' camera shut off a couple times.
Aaron, that camera's not recording anymore.
I didn't touch it. All right, you see that it's recording now? Well, I'm on a camera that is now recording.
Yeah, it's recording. Meta shot right here.
Because they probably are using the energy from the cameras.
Yeah.
So.
What would you like to speak with them about?
Let's ask if it's good or bad first before I step into this.
Is it a good thing you want to talk to them about?
Blinking a little bit.
Not a good
Is
thing.
it a bad thing?
Are you a loved one
As
of
soon as
Darren?
you said it is a good thing, like the air lifted for me. I don't know what it is. So like before it felt dead, like I couldn't lift my arm, but now I can again.
Okay, so we're gonna do what we did up in the other room, since he hasn't had a chance to do it yet, is the blindfold test.
Oh boy. Should I be worried?
21?
We'll just use this one.
Just blindfold me?
Yeah, blind.
So it's necessary for this to be blindfolded?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, has anyone here that would like to speak with us?
I heard help.
Why do you need help?
I just heard Ben and Emily. No joke.
Do you need to talk to them?
I heard yes.
What do you need to talk to them about?
How can he help you? We can't help you if you don't tell us how you can help, how Ben can help you.
Do you need help crossing over? Is that what help you need?
Do you want me to go check that out?
Yeah.
Okay. We heard a really weird noise in the background, so I'm gonna go check that out. I don't know where that came from.
We heard a noise down here. He's gonna go check it out.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything.
Uh-oh.
None of the doors moved. Could have been
Is
one of
this
these.
one open or no?
I don't know. Could have been one of these.
That said
Sound like that.
A little bit, but it sounded way louder.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have got a lot more cameras.
I
like,
know.
just placed around here. That would have been a lot better for shit.
So we don't know who it is, but it did kind of sound like a couple of the doors down there with the knobs.
Yeah.
But nobody's behind them or near them, so
I
we
just
don't know
heard
who
very
it is.
distorted grunting, so.
Yeah, Brenda heard like sinister laughing earlier too.
Earlier,
So.
yeah.
He's like, God.
We're gonna get locked in here, and it's
This
gonna
is
go
where I
down.
pass this off to someone else. I had my fun.
You're the one who said my fucking name, so I'm like,
Why did you guys hear that you had to go check it out?
Still there?
We heard like something hit the
Yeah, like hitting a doorknob
doorknob or something, like shaking it.
Like that?
Almost something
Almost
like
like
that.
but a little louder.
And it came from over
Down that way.
down that way.
And no one's down here.
And yeah, we're the only ones down here.
That's not concerning at all.
But that's good. We heard a noise, investigated, there was nobody there.
Yeah. Quiet.
It's kind of quiet. How do you want us to talk to you?
Was there a place you wanted us to go? Above? It just said above.
I think they just didn't want, certain spirits didn't want us on those floors and telling us to go to a different floor so they don't have to
Be bothered.
Yeah, be bothered or even try to communicating with their spirits.
Is there a floor that you want us to go to? Same 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
Same 3 again. I think that's what it wants us to do.
Yeah.
We're just up there now, man. Come on. Damn.
Yeah, but
They were talking more up there though too.
All right, let's go up to the 3rd floor then.
some dominant spirits like to claim other spirits as their own. And so they can't talk or, communicate with people the way they want to. So it could have been that reason of telling us, oh, go up there so you can get away from us down here. So I think that's probably was the case of it that night. Back on the 3rd floor.
Back on the 3rd floor.
Is that on?
Yep,
For
they're
some
both on.
reason, these ghosts can't make up their mind.
Do you want to do a blindfold with you
Yeah,
again?
I could do that.
Can you hear me, Brenda? Can you hear me, Brenda? Can you hear me, Brenda? No.
That's what I do with it.
So we are on the 3rd floor. Are you happy now? What do you need us to do on the 3rd floor?
Help us. Help me. Please.
Did you just reset again?
It just reset again.
The camera just reset again.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep rolling.
It's always that camera too. What the f?
I'm gonna keep rolling.
I think it's just that camera too.
So all of you want to cross over?
Yes. Heaven,
You want to go to heaven?
save us. Get out.
No, we're not getting out. We're here to help the spirits that want to cross.
Please. Save us. We were up at Hawkins Hall on the 3rd floor, and it was the end of our investigation. I had worn a headset that was hooked up to the spirit box so we can hear voices. At that time, I'm not sure what questions were asked because I couldn't hear, but there was a part where I had spoken and said that he's coming.
Can you give us a sign, like physically, that you're here?
Hurry. Here he comes.
Who's coming?
Oh God.
Can we not?
Yeah, this
I'm
is.
gonna move over closer to Ben.
I'm like, I don't know what the question was that you asked, Bobby, but
It wasn't nothing about asking who's coming or anything along the lines, I think.
they just blurted it out.
I think they just blurted it out.
There's like a buildup of energy that was around, and it seemed like some spirits seemed panicked a little bit with when they said that. It was a younger male that said that to me. It's like the voice sounded like male. He's like, he's coming, like that. I'm like, oh.
A spirit said that he was coming, so they were warning. They were asking for help to cross over. It's more active on the 3rd floor for sure.
Yeah, a lot of voices. There's some that I couldn't understand.
Yeah, it is hard. Look that's been going off too.
And it's been like steady too, not just like on and off.
It's like a
been
heartbeat.
Steady.
Yeah, it is kind of like.
And as soon as we point it out, it stops.
Okay, so let's try listening to it out loud. Wow, you can hear voices. Swear said Aaron.
Hey, bud. Well, we're back, I guess.
Yeah.
Another chronicle in my life.
So you want to be crossed over tonight?
Ooh.
The was that?
Do you want me to help you cross over? I'm asking one last time. If you want to be crossed over, yell out yes.
Light that up.
Light that up for yes. The crossing over prayer is what I like to do to help spirits who need the help that want to cross over. Not all spirits will cross over. They don't want to cross over, or they're not ready to. And it's their choice, so I pretty much ask them if they want the choice to go, then you can go. Okay, I'm going to help cross over now. So I want everyone to, around here, if you can, think of a bright white light. Just think of a big, bright white light, like what you see like through heaven. Heaven's white light shining down over behind us. Do you guys, yeah, heaven. Can you see that bright white light? Can you see your loved ones in that bright white light? I want you to go towards that white light. Can you see your loved ones?
Music. It sounds like heaven music too.
Can you find your loved ones? They should be right there waiting for you. I'm going to say a prayer for you. Dearest Lord above, I humbly request that you take any and all souls who have found my divine light of service into the heaven world right now. I ask that an angel wrap each soul in a blanket of healing light right now. I pray that every single soul will use the light bridge provided by my angelic team to transition into heaven world right now. I send love and healing to all souls, no matter how they died, no matter their level of guilt, without any judgment or prejudice whatsoever right now. May the light of your love, Father, embrace and keep all of these souls now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
You are now free. Go to your loved ones. May you find peace. It got cold.
It did get cold.
It felt like it got like people are walking through us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, go to that light before it closes. Goodbye, everyone. Find peace. You're free.
From the movie.
I'm free. A lot of it did. When we did that, you could see how the voices got fewer and fewer as they went on.
Did you like that we crossed some of you over?
We're going to leave.
Are you happy that you're leaving?
Going to go.
Well, you can leave if you like. You don't have to stay here.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for talking.
Like one of them said goodbye. Like, okay, we're not going to talk to you anymore. They said goodbye, and then it just completely went quiet.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think they know they're being filmed.
They completely stopped talking.
Yeah, they weren't saying nothing.
No, I know. After they said goodbye, it completely went. Was thanking us for talking, and then they pretty much said goodbye.
Oh yeah, after reading about the history of this place and stuff, we definitely wanted to come in here and see if the janitor was here or not. We also, in the other buildings and outside when we did stuff, they said to come to Hawkins Hall. So.
Yeah.
And it didn't disappoint tonight at all.
Well, we got some good evidence.
It was very active here, and I'm hoping that I did help people cross over, which I think we did because there were less voices.
Yeah, after. You heard them all talking at once when you're reading the prayer, and then all of a sudden, a lot of them went away.
Yeah.
We actually did get a lot of good evidence. We seen with our own eyes that night too, orbs, and heard doorknobs move and footsteps, and we believe we saw apparition walk by. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on video, but just experiencing all that is just even amazing. So.
Yeah, because not everything is caught on.
No.
You could see it with your eyes, but it's not going to be caught. And I think there's a rule where they're not supposed to be seen, but they're curious if they can be seen, I guess. That's why they peek around. So I do believe that there's rules and guides that they follow even after they're in the spirit world. I would like to know, did you believe in the paranormal before your experience, and how do you still feel about it now than what you did before?
Do you want to go first?
I was the one who believed in it before. You were the
Yeah,
one.
no, I thought it was all BS, to be completely honest.
Coming into it, I didn't believe it, like at all. I didn't think any of it was true or anything. I kind of just watched the shows and thought it was like fun, like a fun concept, like thing that someone somewhere came up with. But then coming here, it kind of changed all that, and it's been fun and really cool, like kind of like changing my whole mindset about it.
So going into this, I more suggested doing this as a joke more than anything. But obviously, as we've been going through all this stuff, there are certain things that have happened that I cannot come up with a logical explanation for.
I don't know. I guess like getting a more valid showing of spiritual hauntings in buildings rather than just like what I've seen at my house, because my house is like 100 years old and doors will open. My parents have heard like little girls singing in the attic and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's nice to actually see like it messing with electronics and them actually communicating with us and us trying to help them has been really cool to experience.
I think the paranormal group, teaming up with your group on this project was very helpful. We got to get to investigate in places that we probably wouldn't have been able to. Like, we've always wanted to get in here, and we got, thanks to you guys, we could. And it's fun. You guys got to experience stuff that you probably would never have gotten to.
I guess I'm looking forward to the campus, looking at this documentary and, you know, kind of seeing that Plattsburgh is more than just, you know, the upstate party school as it's known. There's a lot of history surrounding Plattsburgh. So hopefully this can be used as a tool to get more students here, kind of maybe they want to go experience the things we have. And, you know, and then hopefully if we don't get everything we want to, maybe a future doc class will have the urge to go kind of round out what we couldn't find.
You guys actually helped a lot because it is we thank you very much for letting us do this, because we can't get into places like this. Because we're a newer group, we just kind of go rogue and go to places that we can. And it's just amazing to be able to come into part of history, because this school is history. And it does help us out to learn more of the history, because that's one of our thing too, is history, part of and legends and all that good stuff. But yeah, it just opened our eyes that there is definitely spirits everywhere. And I just think, yeah, it's just a great experience. So
That was a great soundbite, I think. So yeah, thank you. That's all I got for you.